So, hey everyone, I'm Justine from Hypnosis New Zealand, and I'm just going to have a quick chat today with Caroline back from Higher Plane Hypnotherapy. Now, Caroline specializes in weight loss, and what I thought I'd do is just have a chat, because what we do with weight loss and hypnotherapy is quite different to what you see in mainstream things, such as dieting. And a lot of people they are interested in what we're doing, and I think it's a good idea to have a chat so people really have a good idea what to expect, but also the power in what we do. So just tell us a little bit about yourself, Caroline, and then we'll go into the weight loss stuff.
Okay, cool. Of course. Hi, Justine.
Hey.
Okay, well, I'm Caroline. I'm 48 years old, and a few years ago, I've always struggled with my weight, always, since I've been really, really small. I've always been the kid who would clear their plate and go back for seconds and just kind of eat. So pretty much throughout my entire life, I have been on every single diet known to man, and probably invented a few along the way. And a friend of mine actually started to do, we're very similar, and she started to do a few years ago the virtual gastric band. And once I found out about it, I thought, oh, that's interesting. I've done everything else. Why not give this a try? And that's what I did over 2 years ago. Long story short is it's just awesome. And I lost the best part of 30 odd kilos really easily, really effortlessly. There was no, I didn't create, I didn't have to, sort of sacrifice the foods that I wanted to eat. I just ate normally. I ate what my family ate. It just put me really back into control of what I was eating. And I kind of thought, it can't be this easy, because we're told that losing weight is difficult, no pain, no gain, and the sacrifices that we have to make. So this happened during the first lockdown. So I did lots of sort of research and reading about hypnotherapy, the benefits, the power of it. And then decided that, this is something I want to do, because if I can get at least one other person to feel as good as I feel and to, go on that road, then it's a pretty good reason to be on the planet, to be honest. And that's what I did. So obviously did the advanced and the diploma with you, and it's absolutely transformed my life in so many different ways, whether that just be from how I earn a living to how I feel. The difference that I feel that I make, or that my clients make for themselves, is just, it's a reason to get up in the morning. I love it.
Yeah. So with the weight loss program that we do offer people, in your perception, what makes it different to just going on another diet?
Well, where do you start with that one? That is just because what it does with this, it's about the client, it's about you, it's about the person taking the control back over food, getting to the reasons as to why you feel at 4 o'clock you need to go and reach for the biscuits. You've had a good day, you want to eat, you've had a bad day, you want to eat. We've lost over time our body's own natural ability to tell us when it's hungry, because we're surrounded by food 24/7. And from a biological evolutionary point of view, our bodies aren't designed to have supermarkets open 18 hours a day, 24-hour drive-throughs. Our portion sizes have got bigger and bigger and bigger as we've, kind of gone into this more mass-produced way of eating. So what I love about this is just reconnecting the person, reconnecting you back to your body, to when you are actually hungry. And then you eat. And if you're not hungry, you don't. And it sounds really simple, but it is. It's taken back that control, and it's life-changing on many different levels.
Yeah. And then of course we've got the even deeper stuff, the why we do what we do. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's why that's the most important element, I think. And this is what makes every client that comes in will find it just a little bit different, because it's personal to them. We're all individuals. We all have our own life experiences. We all have our own perceptions and beliefs and ways of doing things. But getting to the cause, and what I love about what we do in hypnotherapy, it's not like you're going to sit with it in front of a psychologist with a clipboard and you say, tell me about your childhood or your relationship with your parents. It's got nothing to do with that. It's your mind knows where it needs to go. So you're in control, and I just kind of guide you to where it is, and then the client does, or you do all the work yourself in a really non-intrusive way.
Yeah.
And the results are incredible. That you kind of, you know, if you've always, I always eat half a bar of chocolate every night, to not eating chocolate, like, and it's that easy. It's that easy.
Yeah. And isn't it amazing?
What you want to do. Yeah.
It's amazing how, like, the feelings we have about ourselves and our bodies are completely unrelated to what we'd ever imagine. Like when we go back to the source of where the feelings we have around ourselves lie, it's very rarely around like weight or even a physical thing, right?
Yeah. And again, because of those memories living in the nervous system, we you know, it's just incredible. Just getting rid of them, putting them back in the part of the brain where they need to be, is huge. And that you feel lighter, even just in an emotional sense. You know, you just feel like there's this burden, this thing being lifted off your shoulders, and you can start seeing yourself in a positive light, you know. So when that little negative voice comes in, you can just shut it down and you just carry on with your day, just having that positivity and that empowerment to know that people are worthy and deserving of all the good stuff, regardless.
Yeah. And another big thing that I find is, and you do too, is just that a lot of the information that we carry in our deeper part of our mind is not our stuff. Not our stuff. Like the majority of the time we go back, take people back to places where their body created this perception of being overweight. Absolutely. And it's not even beliefs that belong to them. It's stuff that's taken on through childhood.
And they belong somewhere else. They don't belong with that little person. They don't belong with the client now. And once you can get rid of that, it's huge. That's why I love what I do, is just seeing the physical difference, because you can see it physically when someone's in that state of hypnosis, which is it's only just a state of relaxation. That's all it is. It's not, there's no magic or voodoo or anything about it. It's just a natural state of relaxation to be in. And you can see the physical difference of just weight being lifted, stuff that people don't even know that they're carrying, you know, and just sending it back to where it belongs. It's incredible. That's why I love it.
And I think you mentioned to me a few weeks ago when we were having a chat how the weight loss is secondary to the benefits.
Absolutely. To how you actually sort of feel about yourself. And like, the weight will come off. If you've got everything, all your ducks in a row and feeling good, the weight will come off. Because again, under the, you know, there's a multi-billion-dollar industry, the diet industry, telling us that it's difficult to lose weight, you know, that it's hard and you have to make sacrifices, no pain, no gain. And it's nonsense. It's about taking back control and eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're full.
And when you see our before and after forms and things like that, how good it is to see people go from maybe a 2 of how they feel about themselves up to 7, 8, 9, and beautiful. Not even believing that they were even in that space 5 weeks ago.
Just feeling that positivity. I mean, you know, the majority of clients will do a full 180, you know, so all their answers will be quite negative to start with, and whether it's on the food consumption or how much they feel loved or how much they feel joy, all those kind of things. And just to see it, just the pendulum swing in the other direction, it's just incredible. And the client with a big smile on their face, just thinking, yep, this is awesome. Just taking that control back and feeling that they're in control, that it's their life, their choice. So, you know, even if they do want to have like a piece of cake at a girlfriend's birthday or something, then they can have it and they just enjoy it for being a piece of cake without the guilt that comes if you're on a diet, you know. It's awesome. Love it.
Yeah, and the one thing we will mention is with when we work with weight loss, is there are people out there, and I see a lot of them, that are healthy and they do eat small amounts of food and they do move their bodies, but their bodies are stuck in the trauma response. And when we see the shifts in those people by releasing the trauma stored in their bodies, tell us a little bit about that. That's just gold.
Well, I mean, I've got so many clients that are actually eating more food than they've ever eaten. You know, and it's just like, how can I eat more and still lose weight? And it's just like, well, because you can, because, you know, most of my clients that come and see me we class as like a normal kind of diet. Nobody's sitting there eating 6 packets of Tim Tams and drowning, you know, 5 liters of Coke every day. They're just eating a normal kind of diet. Maybe they kind of snack a little bit, but, you know, they're not eating humongously massive amounts of food. And it's getting to the root causes to, on that, not subliminal, but on that subconscious level as to why they do it. And then the body, because you don't just put weight on or gain weight just because of calories in, calories out. And if you can get to the emotional reasons as to, why at 4 o'clock you feel like going for a biscuit, or, how does that make you feel? Where do you feel it? Getting to the actual root cause of that, it's got nothing to do with a biscuit at 4 o'clock. It's got something to do that, it doesn't have to be anything majorly dramatic that's happened. It can just be little things that the mind's held on to when you're 3 or 4, which is great, but it's not serving it as a grown-up, as an adult.
Yeah. And then the body just holds on to that weight as a form of almost like protection. Yeah, because it makes you feel good, or it just kind of keeps you safe. And getting rid of that and just giving people back their minds is it's just awesome. It's really cool. So if you do want to get a hold of Caroline, what's your website?
Oh, it's Higher Plane Hypnotherapy.com.
Yeah, and of course we can find you on Facebook as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Justy. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.